people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Pudishetty Archana. Happy Mahashivratri to everyone. In this video, I am going to share the story behind Mahashivratri. Mahashivratri is one of the most important Hindu festivals dedicated to Lord Shiva. It is celebrated annually, typically in the month of February or March, based on the lunar calendar. The primary significance of the festival is to honor Lord Shiva, seeking his blessings for spiritual growth, health, and prosperity. Mahashivratri also translates as the Great Night of Shiva, and according to the Puranas, it is on this night that Lord Shiva performs his heavenly dance or Tandav, representing the creation, preservation, and destruction. As per many, it is also the day when Lord Shiva and Parvati got married. Devi Sati was the daughter of the great king and son of Lord Brahma, Prajapati Daksha. However, Daksha did not want his daughter Sati to get married to Shiva, as he considered Shiva as dirty, ascetic, unworthy of being a god or being married to his daughter from a noble family. However, Sati disobeyed her father and married Shiva. After their marriage, she moved to live with Lord Shiva on Mount Kailas. One day, Daksha Prajapati organized a sacrificial ceremony, also known as a yagna, and invited all gods and devas to attend his grand yagna. Due to his hatred towards Lord Shiva, he did not invite both Lord Shiva and his daughter Sati. When Sati heard about the yagna from Narada Muni, she felt deeply hurt and decided to attend the ceremony without her husband. Upon reaching, she felt deeply saddened to see that no one except her mother was delighted to see her. She realized that she is now unwelcomed in her own family. Daksha was furious by her uninvited arrival, and Daksha began insulting Shiva in front of all his guests. Sati could not tolerate the insults towards her husband, and in her anger, she created two ferocious beings, Veerabhadra and Bhadrakali, who created chaos at the yagna. They destroyed everything and almost everyone present. Veerabhadra even decapitated Daksha. After the death of his wife Sati, Lord Shiva withdrew from the world, retreating into deep meditation on the mountains. He had no desire to marry again or have children. Taking advantage of Shiva's absence, the demon king Tarakasura went to Lord Brahma and asked for a boon, which stated that he could only be defeated by Shiva's son. Tarakasura, believing he was practically immortal, caused terror throughout the universe and defeated the gods. The gods were helpless against him. Meanwhile, Parvati, the reincarnation of Sati, was born to Himayan, the god of Himalayas, and his wife Meena. When Parvati grew up, sage Narada told that she born to marry Lord Shiva, but she would have to follow the path of penance to please Lord Shiva, as he had withdrawn himself from the world. Determined to marry Shiva, Parvati embarked upon an extremely difficult regime of penance and devotion. For thousands of years, she only ate fruits and flowers. Thereafter, for hundreds of years, she ate only fallen leaves. Eventually, she gave up all the food and living on air to survive. In the end, Lord Brahma appeared before Parvati and told that no one in the universe, not even Lord Shiva, had performed such intense penance. He blessed to soon be married to Lord Shiva and gave her the name Brahmacharini for her immense determination and her penance, meaning the one who is devoted to the path of self-discipline. Ma Brahmacharini is also the form of Ma Durga, celebrated on the second day of Navratri. Meanwhile, the gods were desperate for help to defeat Tarakasura. They knew only Shiva's son could end this reign. So they sent Kamadev, the god of love, to disturb Shiva's deep meditation, hoping this would bring Shiva back to worldly affairs. Though Shiva was awakened by Kamadev's arrow, Kamadeva was burned up by his anger. Implored by the other gods to marry, Shiva agreed, but decided to test Parvati's love and devotion first. Shiva disguised himself as a hermit and reached the place where Parvati was meditating. The disguised Shiva began criticizing him, trying to influence Parvati to give up her penance. He spoke badly of Shiva, calling him inauspicious, saying he carried skulls and lived in cremation grounds. Parvati, angry at the hermit's insults, asked him to leave alone. Despite several attempts to change her mind, Parvati remained firm in her devotion, and her unshakable dedication pleased the Lord Shiva, and he appeared in his true form, blessed her to marry him. On the day of their marriage, Shiva arrived at King Himayan's place in a terrifying form. His body was covered with snakes and ashes. His hair was matted in untidy locks. His marriage procession or Bharat was made up of sages, ghosts, and ascets and agoras. Seeing Shiva's frightening appearance, Parvati's mother and relatives were shocked, and many of them fainted out of fear. To avoid any embarrassment to her family and to her husband Shiva, Parvati transformed herself into a different form as well. In this form, she was golden and possessed 10 arms and was Chandraghanta. In the form of Chandraghanta, she prayed and persuaded Shiva to take the form of handsome prince, and also turned his marriage procession nobler so that everyone can see their soft side and not afraid of them. Shiva and Parvati got married in their beautiful divine forms, and the day of their marriage is celebrated as Mahashivratri every year. So, this is all about the story behind Mahashivratri. Hope you guys liked the video. Do like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye bye.